Max here. Welcome to the show. Let's talk about Stuttering Craig, the real game awards, and where this is coming from. And my initial thoughts, real thoughts, right on the fairest place on the internet for geek culture, movie talk, video games, and music. It's right here on Movie Madness Entertainment. So, do I know that much about Stuttering Craig? No, I remember him from back in the day. I think he may have been on Game Trailers or Cinemask or something associated with Video Game Nerd. Never that great, honestly. I give him respect for being one of the OGs. And what I feel about fan movements and award shows. Yeah, there's issues with award shows, definitely. I appreciate the Game Awards, though, because Jeff Keighley, although he has, I know people may call him a shill and access, those things are true, but it's also two things can be true at the same time. You get compromised by access, you're subject to these big corporations, and then also on the opposite end, the anti-shill, anti-e-begging, and all these other weird groups on YouTube are in the internet are horrendous as well, and they're way more compromised with a narrative that they're going for, in my opinion, than even people that have access. Case in point, Stuttering Craig. He was not relevant for quite a few years until he, along with others that I've seen recently, 8-Bit Eric. I'm just going to name stuff now. And I don't dislike these people. Smash JT has revised his channel or revitalized his channel way more than he's doing way more better than my channel's doing with the anti-SJW content, including going after rightfully so criticizing like Alyssa Mercanti on Kotaku. I don't like her. I mean, I'm not for her or against her. I don't like things she's done, but it's gone overboard. So my opinion is this really for gamers? Is this really to get your voice heard? Well, for $30, I don't think so. I mean, regardless, I don't think so. I think it's just another internet, YouTube spectacle to keep this gift that is Alyssa Mercanti and Kotaku and Polygon keep going. Or is the industry as a whole against gamers? No, I don't think so. I think some random people that also make their money. He is in the same field as Alyssa Mercanti. Click access media. Does whatever they can for clicks. This is just to keep that money train going. I have some critiques of this right away. If he was doing it without a fee, I would give a little bit more respect. Right off the bat, there's a fee to become a voting member, which is absolutely ridiculous. And then when in the same breath as him stating that, and I'm going to get to the proof, he then states, but we're going to try to keep it as cheap as possible, the actual ceremonies. If you are charging people $30, I guess it depends on how many people contribute, but then also saying you're going to be really cheap on the award ceremony, you're going to have it at like Buffalo Wild Wings, completely ridiculous and lame. If once you start charging a fee, it's a whole nother story. So do I think he's genuinely for the gamers, the real gamers? Absolutely not. I think he's taking this opportunity to keep this money train going, or not money train. He's not making that much money on this Kotaku figure, and try to say the whole industry is against gamers. Certain writers for certain sites that want access to clicks, I think, are, because hate clicks are a thing, and they're the most loyal viewers. Hate watchers really are. All right, let me get to this video here. This is a better view. This again is Stuttering Craig. without the controversies, he's kind of boring. People might say that about me too. Whatever. I'm working on it. I'm doing more videos. So here we go.
A few months ago when I announced Take Games Back, I, like many of you, had pretty much just reached a tipping point.
Take Games Back, reaching a tipping point. Okay.
I was and am just sick and tired of seeing gamers just disrespected by journalists and even people within the video game industry. It is amazing to see an industry that has just such disregard for its customers.
What's this say? Oh, wait. I want to see what that says. Am I allowed to say this? I kind of hate gamers. I'm a professional game designer. I'm worried that I'm starting to hate gamers. Watching the game events on the YouTube last month with the chat on was an extremely disheartening experience. Every time a character that wasn't a cis white man appeared on screen, the chats would fill with messages calling the game woke or complaining it. I do not blame the game developer for putting this out there. Even being on YouTube, I know what's popular. If I wanted to make, I do want to make money. I'm not going to be disingenuous. I would like to make some supplemental income to help my family. I'd like to grow this channel right here. Please like and subscribe and comment on this whole topic. But if you the moment you mention anything that's progressive in video games or make a slight change to just another option for gender or characters, it is ridiculous. There is, again, two things to be true at the same time. There is actually, this is happening in video games, and it can be slightly annoying in some situations, but to lose your mind over it, I think I think there's some brain rot going on there with this culture war stuff, honestly. And I'm sick of everyone with this culture war stuff. But if you do actually go into these culture war gaming issues, it is really disheartening. And I could see as a creative that you're trying to create something, some art. I have no problem with this game developer saying this.
Guard for its customers. Take Games Back was and is a call to action because something has to be done.
Take Games Back. Why don't you make a game yourself, Stuttering Craig, instead of making a game award show that might be in a Buffalo Wild Wings and charge $30 for people to vote? It's not like there's so many areas on the internet where you could do a Twitter poll, a YouTube poll, straw polls. Those are just at the top of my head for real gamers to vote on. It's nothing like you could do that. So I guess I am negative on this announcement. It's complete BS. I'm for fans doing an award show. I tried one a few years ago too, and it failed because people got their feelings hurt. But I don't think this is for gamers. I think this is for himself and the group of YouTubers that consistently go back and forth with Alyssa McCanty, and it's a reciprocal relationship. They both make money and get attention off of it, and that's why it won't end. They actually not like each other, but they rely on each other for income. You see how this works? I can't stand either side. They're both causing this. Okay, so let's hear.
Announcement: journalists, consultants, and industry activists have almost like doubled down. We've seen journalists dox people, literally call people's wives.
I disavow that. I know the situation where Alyssa did cross a line, which I completely disavow. I think it's disgusting. Contacting YouTubers or content creators' family members. I guess she wanted to appeal. I guess her idea was to appeal to the females in that family that says, "Oh, but Smash JT has every right to criticize her." I think he's gone overboard completely, but I've gone overboard before as well. Yeah, I don't like what she's doing at all. She is also one person in the industry since like Frosk on G4 that also created a debacle. So it's not, I don't think it's widespread as these fear mongers are saying to get your $30 to vote. And I'm not against them making money either, but getting $30 from gamers, it's getting to the point where I'm for fans doing things to celebrate art and entertainment and doing their own thing and creating their own art too, and compete in the fair market and, capitalize on the, capitalism can be a good thing. Capitalize on the situation, create something that you think is missing. But it's also getting to the point, and the same note, it's also getting to the point. So we now have to have, everything is so divided that we have to have our own award show instead of working together to make one thing better. We have to have separation of everything. And I will take an L if this succeeds, and I will give Stuttering Craig and all his crew that are just waiting to ride this out if it succeeds. I am for more options. I just have an issue with the $30 price point, and then also I kind of feel like I know where this is coming from. If you've been following this, please let me know as well. And this is also an attempt to cover more gaming news. Unfortunately, this kind of stuff is very prevalent in gaming news. I will do a positive topic right after I film this, because I'm trying to do one story that's a hot topic and then one story to promote positive gaming news, because it is out there. There is definitely positive gaming news. I think most of it's coming from the indie scene, but let's do our due diligence and watch the rest of this announcement trailer and let me know if you're going to contribute $30 just so you can vote and be a real gamer.
And even challenge people to physical fights. I mean, what a joke. As I said before, it's one big club and you're not even invited to it.
But now you can for $29.99, $30.
And the worst part about it is that these people have the gall to think that they get to decide the best games of the year at some overly corporatized, super sterile award show that plays it safe. Not anymore. Starting today, Take Games Back is officially called the Real Game Awards.
The Real Game Awards. Okay. You know what? I will tune into the Real Game Awards, though. I'll give it a shot. I really am alluding a lot to this intentions of this whole fiasco. But I will tune in. But I'm not paying to vote. Absolutely not. Actually, every category, I might put a free straw poll so you don't have to pay to vote. And I'll share the results on my watch party for the Real Game Awards. There you go. That's what I'm planning to do. All right, let's watch the rest of this.
Awards. I've always thought the phrase "for gamers, by gamers" is extremely cliche, but I got to be honest, that's exactly what the Real Game Awards is. You decide what you like best, not some activist blogger out of San Francisco or New York.
Pay $30 so you don't have to be an activist or listen to activists. Now, he should also if this is a success, he should also make some money off of it. Maybe t-shirts or merch for the Real Game Awards. Maybe charity or something. Or maybe that's too much of activism. I don't know. But that's, $30 just to vote. I don't think that's appealing to gamers who already are getting nickeled and dimed from Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo, all raising their prices. I don't think I have to pay $30 to feel real. I don't. Again, there's room to make money on this event. I think this is an absolute BS way. And the reason I have the biggest issue is right after he says this, he's like, "Oh, we're going to go cheap on the award ceremony." Why wouldn't he say it depends on how much we get support for this? Maybe we'll rent out a place at a hotel or something and have guests and things like that. Basically, it's we're going to have people on my as far as I could tell, We might have it at Buffalo Wild Wings and live stream from Buffalo Wild Wings while you pay $30. What do we get for our $30? Does some of the money go to give an award? Does some of those funds go to reward the game of the year, the company that wins the game of the year, the indie game development? Then I might consider, like, if there's there cash prizes for these awesome indie developers, then I might consider, is there anywhere on the internet where he gives more details on that? And I'll do some extra research to do a follow-up.
We're going to remove all that bullshit product placement and all that celebrity nonsense.
So you don't have advertisers where it's free, so you have to pay. You see the difference. Advertisers bring in money. They create a free program for you. People are going to call me a shill. I don't care. They create an environment where announcements are more likely to happen, more attention on the industry, and they actually help games get out faster than if there wasn't awards and presentations. Like, oh, we got to make this game presentables to show the public, to show also the game, the investors in the game company. So I think the award shows do a lot of good. Can they be better? Can they have fan categories? Absolutely. The problems with fan categories is they're constantly compromised by other activists. If there's anything that may be considered progressive, or the W word, woke, activists online will skew that poll. That's the problem. All right, here we go.
Sense this thrown in there. Get right to the core of it. It's about games. If you're tired of all the nonsense in the video game industry and want to help reclaim the voice for actual gamer,
there is a lot of progressive stuff being done in video games and options. But if you're going to ask me about the biggest problem with the game industry right now, is the AAA titles for all three companies, Sony, Xbox, Microsoft, and Nintendo, take way too long to come out, especially for Microsoft and Sony. And it has nothing to do with an option for gender, or we support this, or then Sony or Microsoft or the game developer putting a post on Twitter that they support some cause. I could care the F less, because I actually remove the art from the artist. If the game is good, the game is good. That's the bottom of the totem pole for me personally about issues in the game industry, honestly. And then these people these activists that he's calling out that write articles on Kotaku, Polygon, they're irrelevant to me. If I think they're a joke, I don't watch them. They don't impact. There's lots of other articles out there about the video game industry. And you don't have this stuff in the indie game. Indie games rock. All right, here we go.
Become a voting member.
Become a voting member.
Game Awards. And hell yes, we're going to gatekeep, which is why it costs $30.
I think he's saying that so, like, okay, what, that's a good thing? Heck yeah, we're going to gatekeep $30, bro. Wow. Okay. Like, you're supposed to respect him because he's immediately saying that? Gatekeep it so the activists can't get in? Is that the way is this the spin that he's doing with this? We're gonna gatekeep $30 so the activists can't compromise our votes. Is that what it is? Okay. What's he selling here?
A year to become a voting member. If you become a member today, guess what? We're actually taking suggestions for categories right now. Yes, you will decide the categories voted on.
You do everything for the $30. We don't even have the categories right yet. That's a benefit, is you think of the categories in the games. Okay.
In this year's award show. In 2024, we want to do a digital event because our goal is simple.
Digital, because it's the cheapest way. That's the easiest way.
We want to save as much money as we can for 2025, where we can hold a physical event. I don't care if we do it at a Buffalo Wild Wings. The point is...
Okay.
We gotta take action.
Take
With that
games
said,
back.
It's time for you to take action and help reclaim the voice for gamers in this industry and hobby that we all love. Go to therealgameawards.com and become a voting member and start suggesting
No, I will not.
categories literally right now.
I will not. I will watch a watch party, and I will put up straw polls for the categories so people can just vote. Okay, anything else here? That's it. All right, let's see what the people. Those are my thoughts on here. I wasn't intending to go that long on it, but I want to see what the people on Twitter are saying. I'm still yet to understand how sending him money for an award show will have any impact whatsoever on the game development industry or the gaming community as a whole. It will not. He is by definition a grifter. You have so much in common. Heck yeah, we're going to gatekeep. This sounds like a different poison. I think it's great. All the game gators can get your own lunar lander with blackjack for a $30 entry fee. It's not like he's also it's not like he's not also pushing the agenda. It's pretty transparent. The idea is interesting in theory, but since there's no real plan for it, yeah, you create the categories. He isn't saying where the money is going, right? It's obviously a grift, especially since he's done it before with the collaborator. Oh, he's done this before. Stuttering Craig is indeed a grifter. It's a grift. There's not one positive thing in here. There's not one positive thing in the announcement. The only positive thing I see is Apic Eric is like riding the coattails on this just in case. And I like Apic Eric. I respect that he's a wrestler. He's got his wrestling book. You know, I like him. I think I am subscribed to him. I used to watch him in the Game Chasers way back then. But I don't see anything. I don't see anything positive. It's a grift, though. I know people that have done in deep depth streams about how big a scam it is. LMAO, yeah, you got it, dude. That's exactly why everyone's calling grift. $30 is a small price to pay to take back our video games. Wow, that's the one. I had to go way down to find the one positive comment. But that's all for this video. Let me know in the comments section what you think of the Real Game Awards. Are you paying $30? What do you think of my initial reaction? And are you going to watch the Real Game Awards with me on my live stream where I just put up straw polls that are free? That's what I'm doing too. But, you know, I want games to be awarded more. I don't know. There's not really any taking them back. The games are being released. What are you taking them back from? What are you doing to take them back? You can mod the games to take out the option for genders and stuff if you're really that anti-woke. Go mod the game and take out an option, and there it is. You took it back, okay? I don't know what you're taking back. You're not doing anything here, really. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.